Hey guys, welcome to the property chat with me, KG, and in this video, hey, I forgot to say KGzo. Hey everybody, welcome to the property chat with me, KGzo, and in this week's video, I'm going to share with you guys my experiences in buying property cash, and I've learned that it's a bad idea, and I will never ever buy properties cash, regardless. Even if they say, KG, this property is for 1,000, or it's 100, or it's 1,100, or it's 100,000, I will never buy it cash, because it's basically a bad idea. And I've learned that, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I'm saying no, it will never happen again. Remember guys, on the social media, I shared with quite a lot of people, asking me, hey, where did you buy these houses? How did you find them? Houses for 300,000, that's cheap, I could buy. Yes, I did share, I did tell you where I found them and the whole process of buying those houses. But now I'm coming back just to remind you, to give it context and remind guys that I bought those properties 300,000 each. One in Riet Valley, Kokagiso, Krugersdorp, and one Kolenesia South. Each house was for 300,000, including the lawyer fees. And I thought I won, so those properties are RDPs. So I thought I won, I was happy and going crazy, and in my mind, then it made a lot of sense. But 3 years later, I'm like, damn, I messed up. I'm not gonna do that. I messed up. I cannot get my money back. To be honest, that was the biggest mistake I ever done. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why I will never ever buy properties in cash. Just to give it context, why did I decide to buy cash? At that point, I had money. I had $1 million cash in my bank account. Cash. I wish I withdrew it and I put it in a bag so I can see $1 million. There was 1 and 6 zeros in my bank account, million. And I wanted to, when you have money like that and it's in cash, it's not in asset you cannot see it. Asset, they will say, oh, you own this stock for this much, you own this for this much, you own this for this much. It's not a money that you can go and withdraw and get it like today or tomorrow. So it made me anxious all the time. I kept on thinking about it, but I kept on looking at it. It was looking sweet. But remember, the money in the bank, it's a useless money because it doesn't grow. It's just sitting there. It's a waste of the money. And I didn't want to keep waste of the money in my bank account. I knew that I can flip it and put in property. Therefore, once I put in property, then it's in safe haven. Property safe haven. So that's why I decided to buy those properties cash. But it's a biggest regret. So I'm going to break it down now into details why I shall never do that again. But at this point, if you find this video educational, which I'm about to go into details, click on the like button, click on subscribe button. That makes this video like to be seen by quite a lot of people. I like that, man. Let it be seen by a lot of people. Let people see it, let people watch it. Might find it beneficial. And if you're new, super welcome in the property chat with me, KG. If you are a return property chat member, community member, we value you, we honor you, we appreciate you for keep on coming back and learning with us. Please share the video with people that you think it will be beneficial to them. And those of you that are new, hit on the like button, subscribe button. Let's fill it up. Let's fill up the stadium. The stadium now we have 600 subscribers, and the plan is to reach 700 subscribers in this month. Today I'm recording and it's the 7th of October. Hopefully by October 31st, we're going to be sitting with 700 community members. Please, let's do that. Let's jump into the details. Point number 1, with this cheap properties, the biggest problem with these cheap properties is you cannot resell them. You cannot flip them. Nobody's interested in this property. So this is what happened. I bought this property for 300,000, including the lawyer fees, as explained, and it was a complete dead house. And I put in 200,000 to flip it, to change it, like to renovate it. If you've never seen the video, check this video here. I renovated the house and it looks beautiful, looked spectacular, right? And then recently in this year, 2024, I went in and I put again another 60,000 into property. So all in, I put in 560,000. I then put this property in the market just to sell it, because now you learn and you realize, damn, it's a mistake. Let me sell it. Let me give the next person my problems and move forward. I put in this property in the market for 700,000. I wanted to sell it for 700,000 just to make my profit and move forward. It stayed in there for a few months. Nobody showed interest into the property. I spoke to the agent. She said, nobody's calling. Nobody's sending me message. There's no inquiries coming in. Recently, I received the market value, municipal market value of this property. When I got it, I was shocked. I wasn't happy at all. Can you guess how much it was? Can you guess how much this property, municipal property value was? It was ridiculous amount. I'm laughing now because now it happened and I'm like, okay. Because I received my first statement from municipality and they said it's 55,000 rents. 55,000 rents. You didn't hear, right? I didn't make any mistake. I said it's 55,000 rents. So I put this property in the market for 700,000 and people didn't buy it. So let's move over to point number 2, why they did not buy. These cheap houses are being sold cash. So just to prove it, go over to property chat. No, property chat. Go over to property. I'm obsessed with my name. I'm obsessed with my channel. Okay, let's be serious now. So just to prove it, go to the property 24. Right, look for cheap houses, the ones for 280,000 going to 300,000, 350,000, and then send them a WhatsApp message and tell them that you're interested in the property. The first thing that they're going to say, sometimes it's written on the property chat, that this property, I said property chat again. Sometimes it's written on property 24 side that this property is selling cash. The owner wants to sell it for cash, and in that case it cannot happen, because it's cheap property that's selling for big price. Like mine, it was cheap property, 55,000 market value by municipality, and I was selling it for 700,000. People couldn't buy, so it means they have to get 700,000 cash. Who has that kind of money sitting in the bank just to go and buy a house? And then if people are buying it, the reason why they're selling it cash, because if they go and they want to finance through the bank, getting a home loan from the bank, before banks finance your property, before bank finance whatever house that you're looking for, they're going to do research to check if this is really worth it. If it's not worth it, banks will refuse. Or if they realize that the house is being sold for 400,000, but looking at a whole lot of factors, this house is actually, the actual value of the property is 200,000. They might give you they might offer to give you 200,000. They might offer to give you 150 or 100,000. And in that case, when that happens, then you know that this is not worth it, because the banks cannot risk it. The banks like risking, but the risk that they see, this is a losing game. They are not going forward to that. And then the biggest thing that made people not to buy this property of mine that I listed for 700,000, it's because people had to buy it cash, and people do not have that kind of money in hand to buy the property cash. In these places, the rentals are extremely poor. I've done a renovation. Check out this video up here. I've done the renovation of a bachelor pad. I listed it out. I was renting it out. I wanted to rent it out for 2,500 because just check it out, because it's standard, it's beautiful, it's something new, guys, in that place. No back room is looking like that. So I wanted to rent out, but you find people not seeing value in what you've put it out there for them to live in. The standard was listed for 2,500. People came in and then said 1,800. Imagine 2,500 to 1,800. They're chopping 700. They're cutting 700 automatically. So it's poor rentals. And if you do not accept it, if you say no, that's not my price. My price is 2,500. You know what happened next? You're gonna have an empty bachelor pad that you've just invested in 60,000, 100,000, whatever money that is going to be sitting there on its own, and things are going to start getting rotten. And what do? You accept that 1,800. You accept that 1,800, and regardless of the standard of your place, people don't see the value in that. They want to pay what they can afford because of the place that they are in. Even if the full 3-bedroom that I did, I listed it out for 4,000 and people paid 3,000. The first one before I did the conversions. So poor rentals throughout. That's why I will never buy cheap houses again, because the rental is just not good for me. Remember, this is my experience. Yours might be slightly different. Let's move over to point number 4, why I will never buy cheap properties. Bad location. Bad location means there's not much happening in that place. So there's RDPs. Remember, RDPs are for people that cannot afford properties, are the people that cannot afford to buy themselves houses. That means they will struggle to maintain the houses, to keep them at a particular standard. They will struggle to improve or to renovate those houses because they do not have money. That's why government build houses for them. And when you come in and you have little money, you come in and you make changes, improvements, development onto your property. Your neighbors do not do that. The neighbor on the right do not do that. Around you do not do that. So your house, the one that stands alone, the rest of them not, and that creates a whole lot of problems, crime problems, which you're going to move on to just now. So often the property value goes up because people in the area, in the location, they putting value into their properties. When they are not, it stays the same. When there's crime, it moves down. And this is why in other places, other locations, good locations, in fact, they're making sure that people are forced to maintain their properties. People are forced to keep certain roofing, gardening. If your place is not well taken care of, your neighbors can then call the municipality to come talk to you. If you can't be in that place, then you will be forced to leave that area. There should be security. And when all those are in place, the property value moves up. It doubles in 8 years, 8 to 8.5 to 10 years, the property doubles. Let me give you an example. So in Protea, then I bought a house for 380 in 2011, and I sold that house about 8 years later, 9 years later. I sold it for 720,000 because people around were putting money into the properties. Was like young professionals, and even now it's still young professionals. I sold it for 720,000. At the moment in 2024, that same house is selling for 1.4, 1.6 million. Then that's telling you that it's a good location. People are putting their money into their properties, and as such they move up in value. And if it's a bad location, there's a whole lot of informal settlement, and it's everywhere. In Reed Valley, It's crazy. Where my house is, when I bought it, there was no mukuk. But 2 years later, when I came back, like up there was mukuk. Left, right, there was mukuk. People had back rooms to mukuk. I'm not against that, but it brings down the value of the property. Remember, there's no regulations, there's no control, there's no security, and attracts bad people into location. We can't control it. Look at the crime rates, the Barclays statistics, but and then Bautzwa. Modern about statistics just in Gauteng. It's crazy. It's at 34% in 2023-2022. And there's a lot of things happening now. There's Nyaupi people, there's there's Zamazamas. Where are they? They all go into the bad locations. And those are my 5 reasons why I will never buy cheap houses ever again, because things are not going well. Things are going against my investments. And if you enjoyed this video, you will definitely going to enjoy this one. And you find this video educational, please hit on the subscribe button, join the community. We will see you on to the next one. For now, go get those properties one time.